Hey guys, let us get more news about Miami Heat, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Heat's Tyler Herro clarifies injury status, timetable amid lengthy absence. Miami Heat guard Tyler Herro hasn't played since February 23, but he clapped back at a report saying that no one knows when he'll be back. Shams Charania of The Athletic said that Herro's status was a concern with the Heat, but the Miami guard said that wasn't true. Herro used an emoji to say that was cap, which is slang for lying. The fifth-year Heat guard did have a strong workout Wednesday while the rest of the team was off, but the reality remains that after taking a platelet-rich plasma injection for the medial tendinitis in his right foot in mid-March, the plan was a week off, followed by a 2-week ramp-up. Such a timetable would make late next week the earliest time frame for a return. Herro has missed the past 16 games after exiting the late February matchup with the Pelicans with a knee injury. The Heat guard has only managed to play in 36 games this season. Herro sustained a grade 2 right ankle sprain when Miami took on the Memphis Grizzlies on November 8 after taking a fall and landing on Jaren Jackson Jr. awkwardly. That injury caused him to miss 5 weeks of action. There is no doubt that the slew of injuries Herro has dealt with have been a weird situation to say the least, as he is averaging 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game for the Heat while shooting 43.7% from the field. First, he was labeled with a hyperextended knee, which since has cleared up, but now the issue seems to be a nagging foot problem. Specifically labeled as right foot medial tendinitis, it was reported that he has received a platelet-rich plasma injection and is set to miss at least 1 to 2 weeks more, which then he will be evaluated about his status. Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra was hopeful that Herro would return before the end of the regular season. "That's the hope," Spoelstra said of Herro. "And he's been making progress, and we'll treat him day to day, keep on making progress. Again, his body will let us know. If there is something the Heat and fans don't want to see, it is a repeat of last season where Herro missed most of the postseason with a broken hand, even though Miami made it to the NBA Finals." The Heat are currently 39-33 and in 7th place in the NBA Eastern Conference standings. Things seem eerily similar to last season when Miami struggled to get to the postseason before going on one of the most epic postseason runs that the NBA has ever seen. Hopefully, the team can do so again. This time with Herro in tow. Heat's Tyler Herro says report about him not being close to playing isn't true. Miami Heat guard Tyler Herro said the NBA report about him not being close to playing isn't true. Herro hasn't played since February 23 due to a right foot injury. Herro is averaging 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.4 assists for the Heat this season while shooting 43.7% from the field, 39.9% from beyond the arc and 83.5% from the free throw line. According to NBA reporter Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald, Herro received a PRP injection in his right foot. Miami Heat guard Tyler Herro's return isn't imminent, but there's hope that he'll be able to return before the end of the regular season, Chang wrote. Herro, who has missed the last 10 games, received a platelet-rich plasma injection Friday to treat his injured right foot and will be re-evaluated in 1 to 2 weeks, according to multiple league sources. The Heat drafted Herro with the 13th overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft out of Kentucky. Herro has career averages of 18.1 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. He won the 2021-22 Sixth Man of the Year award. Miami is 39-33 on the season. The team is in 7th place in the Eastern Conference standings. If the regular season ended today, the Heat would face the Philadelphia 76ers in the 7-8 play-in tournament game at home. The Heat, led by All-Stars Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, need Herro back in the lineup since they have struggled to score the ball all season. They are 27th in the NBA in points per game. Miami lost to the Denver Nuggets in the 2023 NBA Finals in 5 games. It will be fascinating to see how far the squad goes in the 2024 playoffs, if they make it. The Heat made the NBA Finals in 2020 as well, losing to the Los Angeles Lakers in 6 games at the Walt Disney World bubble. Butler, Adebayo, and Herro have never missed the playoffs as a trio. NBA rumors: has Tyler Herro already played his final game in a Miami Heat uniform? As Tyler Herro continues to try to work his way back from injury, could he have already played his final game in a Miami Heat uniform? Tyler Herro may have already played his final game in a Miami Heat uniform. The Miami Heat have been derailed by injuries this season. It's part of the reason why they're struggling once again to finish as one of the top 6 teams in the Eastern Conference standings. One player that has missed extended time this season due to injury is Tyler Herro. As one of the most important players on the roster, especially on the offensive end of the floor, Herro's injury struggles have been everything but ideal for Miami. And as he continues to try to recover from a foot injury, there's a growing belief around the league that there currently isn't a timetable for a return. With just a couple of weeks remaining before the end of the regular season, you can't help but wonder if Herro is going to miss the remainder of the season. If he does miss the rest of the season, because of the uncertainty that clouds his future with the team, there's a non-zero chance he's already played his final game in a Heat uniform. Admittedly, the Tyler Herro situation for the Miami Heat has to be considered a difficult one. Even though he has struggled to remain healthy throughout his career thus far, he's proven to be an explosive offensive player when he's at the top of his game. And despite what the general public may think of Herro as a long-term player, he's proven to have improved every year of his career thus far. All that said, the reality is that he may not be that great of a fit for the Heat. For what the team needs around Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, Herro may not be ideal. And that's okay. Herro's biggest hurdle of his career may end up being that he's not on a team that is putting him in the best position to succeed. At least from the Heat's perspective, the biggest issue that they should have with Herro is the fact that he's not a great fit. And, if in fact, he doesn't return at any point this season, there's a very real chance that he has played his final season in Miami. Especially considering that if the Heat is going to make a big move this offseason, Herro is likely the player that they're going to have to trade. As unfortunate as it may be, Herro, who is still trying to recover from injury, may have already played his final game in a Heat uniform. And you, fan, what do you think about the situation of Tyler Herro? Leave your opinion in the comments.